ever take the responsibility to raise a male or female, just make sure that they're depositing everything that is good, but you can and let them learn from your mistakes. You know, everything you learn,
Yeah.
everything they learn from whatever you do. You
Yeah.
know, I don't, you know, it's like that. The kids will say, "Well, I saw you do it." You
Yeah.
know,
And
and the worst thing is a kid to put you on blast.
yeah, it's
You,
interesting that you say that because I have friend girls that that was one thing that they said that they were missing was their dads in their life, and because of that they have been in such bad relationships after bad relationships after bad relationships, and it's because of that very reason, because the father figure, they didn't have that father figure, or they may have had someone touch them as a child
yep,
because of
you
dad's
bring the
not
wrong
there to
people in your
protect them.
house.
Mom can do just so much, but dad
Hmm.
is not there to protect them. So because of it, it damaged them as a
Mhm.
person,
Yeah,
and
because I
so
heard
yeah.
it on paternity court. A young lady said that she said her stepfather. As a matter of fact, today the young lady said that her stepfather abused her, and she said her mom didn't protect her.
Mm-mm.
So she said she didn't know that that person was not her father. She thought he was his father until he touched her. And I'm like, so that's like women. You be careful who you bringing in your
Your
household
household.
with your daughters
Yeah.
and with your sons now.
Sons,
And with
yeah.
your
You don't know
sons,
what's
yes.
going on. You know, you
Mhm.
got to be careful, protect them, because guess what? If you're not going to protect them, then guess what? When they get older, they're going to
They gonna
resent
let you
you for
know.
it. And they're going to tell you, why didn't you protect me? You knew this was happening. You do it. Like that movie TD Jakes had, where, what's her name,
Oh
Elise?
yeah,
He
yeah.
waited
She
until the man was trying to give his life to the Lord. She said, "No, Joker, you going to hell." She wanted, she wanted to make sure that he did not get sick, because she was like, no, because she was hurt, and
yeah.
that all this you had did to me, and now all of a sudden you want to be able to live in paradise. No, I don't think so, because you hurt me. And that's the
Mhm.
thing that's the thing why you got some young women in prison right now, because of what they went through when they was a child. You
Yep.
know,
Mhm.
Yep.
And
That
even then, they still not aren't protected. Because why? They're protecting themselves against those
yeah.
right?
type of situations.
Yeah, and it's so sad. It's so sad, and like I said, I have friends that have been mentally, physically abused because of the same thing, and a lot of them, the reason why their relationships doesn't work out because they had no one to really look at to see
Hmm.
how a man is supposed to treat them.
Hmm.
First of
Mhm.
all, and
What true
secondly,
love really look like.
right, exactly. So because of that, and I'm not saying that because you got both parents in the house that makes things better,
No,
because
no,
it doesn't.
no, it
Sometimes
doesn't.
when you
Mm-mm.
got both parents in the house, same household, it does not make the situation better because there is not love between those two people,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
because of that, your children are not learning how to love.
Mm-mm.
So because they're
They
not
know.
learning how to love, because they're not seeing love,
Mhm.
it's difficult too. So but I can say this though, if the father is not in the household, if he's still doing what he's supposed to do as a man to take care
Mhm.
of his children and be a part of their life, then
Don't.
that's a different story.
Allow
Mhm.
it.
Yeah,
Right,
Yeah, allow
allow it.
them to
yeah.
come
and
That's
in.
it.
and
Don't be bitter. Don't be
yeah.
like, oh well, he's got a girlfriend or whatever. That ain't none of your business. It's about the kids. The kids are priority. That's
Mhm.
Hmm.
the biggest thing.
Yes.
There are so many. You see it on both sides because you see men say the same thing. Like, man, I want to be in my son or daughter's life,
Mhm.
but my baby mama won't let me
Oh
get them
yeah,
or
I've
pick
seen
them
it.
up.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it's not
They want to
just
act a
women are
fool.
not the only ones that go
I
through.
don't want so and so around my
Yeah,
child.
right. And that has nothing to, unless they out here shooting and killing people and you know it, or selling drugs out the back door and you know it, then, this is it's a different type of
Yeah,
protection.
yeah.
So
And
it's just
you do have to be careful there, because I saw a show on one of the Fatal Attraction where this girl killed the man's daughter. She killed the man's daughter, and then she called him at work and told him what happened. And instead of him doing something about it, he helped her dispose of his child's body.
Oh no! What? It was his girlfriend?
That she was his wife. And then she had married. She didn't like the little girl.
Oh,
the weird thing
Mhm.
about it was the little girl had just told her mom, I don't want to go over there. I don't
Yeah.
want to go over there. And
Yeah,
she
and
was
I
like,
will say
why?
this: listen to your kids and
Yeah, she
those
says,
different
I don't
things.
want
They
to go.
telling you
She
that
just
for a
and
reason.
she kept telling her mom. So her mom said she regretted letting her daughter go over there.
mm,
She did not know that was going to happen. And yeah, both of them is in prison right now. But she killed this child. She starved the child to death, but then she ended up killing the child. And because she didn't like the little girl, so they had a child together. So she didn't like the fact that this child was in his life. That was his daughter.
That's horrible.
That is.
I was like, I said, you didn't even protect your own daughter, all because of this woman, and now you both in prison because you were aiding and helping her dispose of your child's body, and went back to work afterwards.
Yeah.
That's
I was like,
terrible.
no. So you really do have to be very careful of who you
Careful
put around your
around your
kids.
children. Yeah,
You know,
exactly. So it doesn't like my thing is like with the Kanye West and the Kim Kardashian thing. Um, I get it. This man is hurting. He's hurting because of the fact that she's wants to move on in her life, and he's hurting because of it. But there is no reason why she should be keeping him away from his children. If he
Right.
wants to be a father to his children, there is no reason that she should be keeping them away from his, because he's not going to hurt his kids because he loved his kids. You can tell just by listening to the, and I know he probably like a little emotionally not stable probably to her, but he's stable enough. That man he does a lot of his stuff that he does it for the attention of the public, because that's
make
how he
money off
makes
of
his
it.
money. That's
Mhm.
right. So
Right. And no
I
one of
don't
us know him personally.
right. I don't think that he would
I
do
agree.
anything to hurt his children. And I just think that when women do that, and men, there are some men that are they keep the guardian of the children and stuff. They do the same thing though,
Yeah, that's
because
what
because we can't be in a relationship no more. That mean that I don't think you should see your daughter, because I've heard some
That's what happened with
people
Dwayne
that said
Wade.
that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's just it. And yeah, Dwayne Wade's wife just recently, they said she wrote some kind of tell-all book or something regarding him and his wife. And so you angry. She's angry too. But
Bitter.
yeah, she's bitter, you know. And I just don't think that that's the way to do it. I don't think you put the children in the middle of it to stop them from having that moment with their fathers and stuff like that, or their mother. I don't think you should do that. I just don't believe in that. I believe in that if we can't be together, that does not mean that you can't be a part of your children's life.
Mhm.
But
That's my
see,
thing.
it goes back to us being whole people
Yeah.
before we even get into these relationships.
Mhm.
Which, if you think about it, it's a cycle.
Mhm.
If I'm suffering because my dad wasn't there, and so I'm just this half person running around,
Mhm.
being promiscuous, then I get married to a guy
Who's
who's
half?
dysfunctional, who's a half person, and then we get together thinking, oh my God, you make me whole. No, it's gonna be a one big mess. And
Mhm.
Right.
so, then you got this situation where it's like, okay, we got kids together, and they like, oh no, you're not gonna see my kid because I can't have it. It's just a big cycle that we
Mhm.
gotta break. We gotta try to break
Mhm.
so we can make some. And I will say this about the younger generation, and I know this might sound crazy. When it comes down to life, it seems like some of them have it figured out at a young age.
Yeah.
As far as family, as far as being loyal, as far as getting their own businesses, it's just and I know they have access to more resources, but
Yeah, they do.
but I just thought about
I
that.
mean, I
Yeah.
think it's also just a thought process too. For certain generations, it was implanted that you got to go and do this, then this, and this to make sure
Mhm.
you have this set up. Whereas now, this generation is kind of like, I'm not about to leave that in just everybody's hands, because the moment
Mhm.
any job you own get tired of you, you get too old or whatever, they will let you go.
That is so true.
Why not set it up for yourself now, and why